8-year-old Jackie visits a pot farmer with her mother and asks the farmer what he does with the plant. Quote, "People eat them and smoke them. Can you believe it? Some people say marijuana makes them feel happy. Others say it's dreamy. Actually, the flower has different effects on different people who try it. Artists, doctors, teachers, writers, scientists, even presidents. Wow," said Jackie after they left. "I'm going to plant some marijuana at home."
Exactly.
Come on.
Now hold a second. Are you against talking about education?
Well, wait a minute, no. Jackie wants to plant pot at home.
That's right, and the mom has to say that's something we can't do. And let's get into that. Now they go to a doctor, they talk about why it's not for children, but there are adults that need it for medical use.
But why the butt? Why are you giving the kids the butt?
We're not talking about putting marijuana in front of anyone's face, but we're acknowledging that it's something that people do. And it's something, alcohol is something that people do as well.
But they should say, all responsible adults should say to children, it's not a good thing. Some adults do it.
Not good for children, but
no,
some
but
adults...
intoxication is not good for anybody,
Have you ever had a glass of wine?
No, I don't drink.
You don't drink?
I do not. I mean, I've tasted wine, but I don't drink. Look, I'm the wrong guy to play that game with.
Want to read on the subject? Want to read on the subject?
I'm an artist. I'm a visual artist, and that's where I kind of came into all this. I mean, I'm interested in politics and in telling stories. I did a children's book about marijuana, and I'd never done a book before, and a friend of mine came up with that idea, and I thought, that's really crazy. That would be really interesting way of talking about this issue, because, you know, you can get fatigue about talking about certain issues when it's talked about all the time, and something can be talked about for decades and it's the same conversation going on. So the book that I'm doing right now is called Jury Independence Illustrated. I wanted to create something free and fast and trying to reach potential jurors.
Can you read on the subject?
The book is about jury nullification, which is
So as the rain begins, I was just instructed that, as I suspected would happen, that I'm not allowed to distribute them right in front of the court, and they've told me to basically move down the street. First he told me that direction, and he said you actually might get more people this way, so it was a supportive eviction.
Jury nullification is people's ability to judge the law, not just the offense, but to judge the law itself. It has a really rich history, and it's a form of nonviolent disobedience. It's civil disobedience. You have the right to vote on a verdict according to your conscience. And if enough jurors start voting in this way and start saying not guilty for nonviolent drug offenses, it's really throwing a monkey wrench into the machinery of drug war trials. And so if I'm a juror and I'm sitting before a case where a woman comes in who was caught red-handed with an envelope of cocaine that she was either selling herself or carrying for her boyfriend or whatnot, and she's facing time in prison, and she's confessed to it, and a cop found it in her back pocket, etc., I'm still voting not guilty.
It's not like, sometimes you get people selling stuff too, but the distribution of leaflets and stuff generally has to be off premises, so to speak.
Okay.
Now, down by those pylons over there, do you think that's a reasonable accommodation?
Sure, I'll move over there.
Jury nullification also has a kind of dangerous history and dangerous side effects. Like, if everyone were to just vote for their conscience on everything, it could lead to a certain type of jury anarchy. There's a history of misuse of this power. For example, a white supremacist sitting on a jury who would refuse to convict someone for killing a black person. They say, evidence is there, but I vote not guilty. And that's a form of nullification when you're not listening to the evidence. So it's tricky waters. It's definitely dangerous, something that you have to watch out for. And it's something that can't be taught to you within the courtroom itself. Lawyers can't talk about it. The prosecution or defense can't bring it up. It's something that you need to learn through extra-legal sources.
Can they read for the subway?
So yeah. It's focused on the drug war. It's focused on nonviolent criminal activity related to drug use. Really, we're incarcerating way too many people in this country. I think marijuana is starting to become viewed as a little bit more benign. At the same time, in New York City, arrests for marijuana have skyrocketed under Bloomberg. There's tens of thousands of people who are locked up. So the jury system is designed to protect us against crime, and it's designed to protect us against people who are breaking the law. But it's also the place where citizens and individuals are have the ability to protect ourselves against bad law, because we are the people who are deciding. It's not a judge, and it's not the government. And the government is actually, as the prosecution in many cases, are giving you the power. And as an individual, that's it's pretty amazing. I mean, it's kind of hokey, but yeah, the jury duty is pretty powerful, kind of cool thing.